Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Crypto, Coffee, and LoFi. Starting off with Bitcoin here. We saw a bit of a dump over the last few hours. I don't think we are done yet just because we didn't take out these equal lows. I know I said yesterday I'm not looking to trade this, and I'm not. I didn't take any positions on the dump. We did have a valid setup, but I wasn't really prepared to take yet another loss here in this range. So we're still seeing distribution until we actually invalidate this high here. I still think we're headed down for these lows. Now we have these equal lows here on the hourly, but then we also have these equal lows here on the daily. With the amount of consolidation we're seeing in this range that now looks like distribution, I would not be surprised if we just run out this low and take these lows out here. So for today, I think we see a retrace on a lot of things here this morning as the daily closes and we go into the next. So we have about 35 minutes. Yeah. Here's what I think is going to happen. If we can get a double confirmation short here, and that pretty much confirms my bias in that I think we are going to see another leg down here on Bitcoin. Something like this. Sweeping out the high into this level, then we can drop. One, two, three lows. That isn't going to hold, okay? It's way too obvious. The fact that we do now have three lows and we aren't seeing much accumulation. I won't be leaving limits here. I think there's a chance that we just dump right through this level. I added onto my Doge Bear position yesterday. All of this was posted in the Easy in Easy Out group chat. So if you do want access to that, head to the link in the description. Click that. I post all of my setups there. I track everything there. Okay, so I added right here around 270, 280, right around this level. I'll look to take some off again around 450 and then watch the price action there. I think this is going to continue up. If we take a look at Doge, somewhere on my list here. Right here. Yeah, this isn't looking good either, you know. Equal lows. So this morning we're at least going to take out these lows, at least. The next level that I think we should test on the way down, where you could look for a bounce or possibly even a continuation depending on the price action, or depending on what the price action looks like when we reach this level. It's just the bullish broken base of the previous leg. Okay, so if you look at this entire leg up here, what caused it, or where was the origin of this leg? Down here. Do we have accumulation at that origin? Yep, right here. Okay, so I think the next obvious destination for price is going to be all the way down here, about 30 cents. Damn. Bit of a crazy candle here on Wi-Fi. Okay, so the Doge Bear, I think that's going to continue up. I'm happy sitting in that position. Sushi, I did get my long limit filled but I'm not so confident in it, especially because I'm expecting a deeper retrace on Bitcoin. So after I record this video, I'm probably going to go ahead and close that. TRX. I was looking for a long yesterday. We didn't get the confirmation here. So now I'm thinking we go lower. We have all of these equal lows here on TRX. So at least dipping below these lows. So what we're seeing here is price action on alts that is confluent with the price action on Bitcoin. We have a lot of equal lows like I was pointing out yesterday. It looks like we're going to take one more dip lower at least. And then from there, we do really need to see reaccumulation. It looks like we're going to come and test all of the levels that I've been speaking about for the last week, okay? All of the levels at the bottom of the range where we saw accumulation. So here for TRX, if we can bounce off this level and reaccumulate, then that's a good sign. But we do have more equal lows sitting below here, so it's really hard to say. I got stopped on a position here. Okay, spoke about this yesterday in yesterday's episode, which is fine. If you enter a trade, it ticks all of the boxes. You have statistics to back your decisions, and then it doesn't work out, that's fine. The only time it isn't fine is if you take a trade that isn't statistically backed or you break your rules, okay? So when you trade a mechanical system for this long, you kind of, obviously there will always be emotion attached to a trade that you have money on, like actual real money that means something. But one of the perks of trading a mechanical system over time is that you start to get used to losing money and you start to become more okay with it because you've experienced the downturns, you've experienced multiple losses in a row, okay? But then you've also experienced multiple winning trades in a row. You've seen the same pattern play out over and over and over again. So you start to become more comfortable with entering the trades, regardless if you've taken a loss on the previous 3 positions. Okay, so no issue here on RSR. DOT. We swept the lows, no reaccumulation though. We just took out these as well. Again, I think one more loss is imminent, testing this same level of accumulation, but whether or not we hold is a completely different story. We just retested this level of distribution, formed another confirmation here, and sold off. So not leaving any limits here. We could easily dump through this. If we take a look on the hourly, we have more equal lows sitting below here. So again, similar price action on the alts. We do have a level of accumulation that we should test and that we should bounce from. It'd be not a very wise move to leave limits there, in my opinion, based on my strategy, because of all the equal lows residing below these levels of accumulation. So we're seeing the same thing on pretty much everything here. Sol taking the lows. Let's see if we can get some reaccumulation. Okay, so we would need to break some structure to the upside. So what would that look like? We got 8 minutes. Okay, something like that. Once we do break the structure, then we would need to see reaccumulation. So I try to cover as many pairs and as many setups as possible in these episodes. But just keep in mind, like I know I've said this a few times, but my bias can change within minutes, okay, depending on the current price action. All right, so I do not suggest anyone tries to follow the setups that I say could happen or could work out in these episodes. It's not a good idea, but just giving you a rough guideline. Okay, so so here on Litecoin, now that we've taken all-time highs, what we really don't want to see is distribution. We really don't want to see a break below here, followed by something like this. If we do see that, then $250, sweeping this low. Here's the high that swept the low. This is the next level to retest. Link. we do have this broken base here, sweeping out this lows, breaking up above the high that swept the lows, retesting this level. So if we do see reaccumulation on the way up here, something like this, then that can be a decent long trigger. However, we do have this level that needs to be tested in line with the other altcoins and Bitcoin as well. So I guess the overall consensus here is I think we're going to dip a little bit deeper unless we start to see accumulation after. See how we've had this leg up here? Pretty much the same thing on every coin. Unless we start to see reaccumulation on the lower time frame, something like this, then I think we will dip a little bit lower, taking out more lows here on the majors and the other altcoins. No worries. If you enjoyed the episode, drop a like, drop a comment, leave some feedback. If you're interested in the strategy, if you want to see all the setups that I take daily, head over to the website in the description. Click that. You'll get access to a Discord, be able to ask me questions. You'll be able to see the entire process that I take, step by step, an exact guide. No worries, guys. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow.